Okay guys, you know the drill. I'm going to try to solve this checkmate in 5 moves. If you want to try it on your own, pause the video. Otherwise, keep on going to hear me talk and show you how I go about solving this exercise. Of course, I'm going to start looking at my candidate moves, forcing moves of course, and then I'm going to start calculating. I want to calculate the one that seems to be the easiest, the most straightforward first, and if it doesn't work, I go on to something else. Now, candidate moves are moves that simply come to mind when I look at this position, right? So number one, queen g4, queen e1, and of course, just for the sake of having a third one, I'm going to look at knight f1. If this don't work, I might look at f4 and things like that. So let me see, out of those three, which one seems more forcing. I see that queen g4 gives him two options, right? And of course I have queen g2. I have to look into that definitely. But then knight f1, is it more forcing? So let me start actually, guys, with queen g4. I'm going to calculate. If it doesn't lead to anything, I look at knight f1 next. And of course, I'm giving myself 5 minutes max. If I don't find it in 5 minutes, then I just look at the answer. I see what I was missing. I learn a new pattern and so on. So queen g4, if the king goes to h2, then this is checkmate, easy. If queen g4, what if the king goes to f2? So queen g2 check, then king e1, knight c2, king d1. No, that doesn't really do anything. Okay, I like this idea now. Look, queen g4, king f2, queen f4, check. If they go to e2, I see check, then checkmate. If after queen g4, queen f4, they go king e1, check, and this is checkmate. This is checkmate in 4, right? Oh, no, wait. What do I mean queen f1? You see, guys, these are the kind of silly mistakes we cannot afford to make. So queen g4, king f2, check. If they go here, fine, check and checkmate. But if they go to e1, I just don't have queen f1 because of the queen. So queen f4, king e1, what do I have at that moment? So I guess I have knight g2. It almost works. Okay, how about this? So I still have, I think, like 1 or 2 more minutes. So queen g4, king f2, check. I already know this one works, but if they go to e1, I could go check. So that would be my third move. Then if they go, let's say here, I got, oh, I was going to say 4 and 5, but they have queen e2. Okay, that's not it. Okay, guys, I did stop looking into my queen g4 line. I looked at f4 trying to make it work, but after I saw that it didn't work, I came back to it and now I'm thinking queen g4, check, king e1. What if I just go queen g1? So this is my third move. If they block, if they block over here, I take, that's my fourth move, and then this is checkmate. Now, what if 1, 2, 3, if they do not block, they could go here, this is checkmate, or they could go to e2, and I think that's check and then checkmate. So there you go. I guess our intuition at this point in the course is pretty well developed. So our candidate moves, one of the candidate moves is going to be the one. Then we need to be able to calculate to back it up. And guys, I know that for some of you this seems easy, but when you're playing a game, you have the clock ticking, you have a lot of pressure from your opponent. It is not so easy. So that's why we need to do this kind of exercises. So let me give it a try. I think, let me take a look at the answer here. It's queen g4, queen g2, queen g1, queen f1, they block, and then queen d1. That's exactly it. Check, check, check. And I like this kind of exercises because there's so many options. Like notice how many interesting checks we had, such as, of course, queen g4, f4, Knight f1 was easy to disregard afterwards because I realized the queen could take. And I know here they're telling us it's checkmate in 5, but even with that hint, guys, the fact that we're calculating is the most important thing.